Sai was ordered to investigate the disappearance of a ninja with Kekkei Genkai. Suddenly, several large feathers appeared around him and an explosion followed. Sai narrowly avoided it, but soon after, a bird-shaped puppet flew towards him. It destroyed Sai's super beast imitating drawing, causing Sai to fall. Despite being held back, Naruto rushed to rescue him urgently. He found Sai lying in front of a strange, large gate. At that moment, two beast-shaped puppets pounced. Naruto quickly picked up Sai and jumped away, using Taju Kagabunsin no Jutsu to buy time. However, the puppet beasts shot steel ropes from their bodies, piercing through the clones one by one, even grazing Naruto himself. Kakashi arrived just in time, dealing with one of the puppet beasts with Raisetsu, while Haruno Sakura smashed the ground with a powerful punch, shattering the rocks and causing the puppet beast to disappear. Kakashi decided to return to the village to report. The 4 missing Kekkei Genkai ninja were located at the border between Iwagakure no Sato and Kusagakure no Sato. Tsunade, after hearing the report, said little and did not inform Kakashi of her next steps. Meanwhile, the injured Naruto and Sai, back in the village for treatment, threw a party but were slapped by Sakura, who forcibly took them to the hospital. After Sakura left, Kakashi visited Sai, bringing him a book on understanding women's hearts, and Naruto received a pair of very meaningful bells. These were the bells from their first test in Kakashi's class, symbolizing the importance of cherishing comrades, though the bells were now damaged. Kakashi intended for Naruto to repair them. Meanwhile, Tsunade dispatched 3 Anbu ninja to investigate the disappearance site, but they encountered an enemy. A person resembling a white mummy used ninjutsu to create a violent windstorm, draining all their chakra upon contact. At this time, a massive projection of Hiruko appeared over Konohagakure no Sato. He claimed to be a ninja from Konohagakure no Sato and used Kidmaru no Jutsu to claim the ninjutsu of the 4 great Kekkei Genkai for himself. Once he obtained a 5th Kekkei Genkai, he would become an invincible, perfect ninja. Not only Konohagakure no Sato, but other hidden villages also saw the projection and suspected a conspiracy from Konohagakure no Sato. Thus, Tsunade imposed martial law, ordering Konohagakure no Sato's 12 strongest ninja to enforce it. Hiruko, who had been exiled from Konohagakure no Sato years earlier for unauthorized research on Kidmaru no Jutsu, was now a target of pressure from the Land of Fire's leader to resolve the matter quickly, as the suspicious and hostile eyes of other countries were on Konohagakure no Sato, risking its annihilation. Tsunade planned to meet Gaara for a secret discussion, but unexpectedly, puppet birds attacked Gaara's group during their approach, triggering a severe landslide with numerous feathers and explosions. This intensified the situation, with Hiruko targeting a 5th Kekkei Genkai ninja, who was his former friend Kakashi. Hiruko, it seemed, had marked Kakashi with a special seal many years ago. Kakashi, even in his sleep, became aware of it and reported to Tsunade that he was under the influence of a puppet technique. According to Tsunade's information, Kidmaru no Jutsu's ninjutsu needed to be activated on the day of an annular solar eclipse to claim Kekkei Genkai. Kakashi volunteered to confront Hiruko, suggesting that a backlash seal technique be applied to him in advance to thwart Hiruko's plan. Looking at the tombstones of Obito Uchiha and Rin Nohara, Kakashi's resolve to sacrifice himself deepened. He began to leave the village uncontrollably, knocking out Konohagakure no Sato guards and walking out like a puppet. Naruto, just finished with his ramen, saw this and hurried to stop Kakashi. However, Shikamaru appeared, using Kage Shibari no Jutsu to hold back Naruto. Kakashi, knowing Naruto's character well, had asked Shikamaru to stop him before being controlled. But then, clouds covered the moonlight, the shadow binding Naruto disappeared, and he broke free to question Shikamaru, who remained silent about the truth, ready to sacrifice his own life for the village. This is precisely Kakashi's will of fire. After Kakashi left, Tsunade ordered that Kakashi have no further contact with the village, and Naruto was temporarily locked in the dungeon. He only wanted to bring Kakashi back. Looking at the bell, Kakashi left him. Naruto couldn't help but ponder deeply, fortunate that Sakura arrived in time. Although she didn't know what exactly had happened, she also had inseparable feelings for Kakashi, especially since Kakashi had taught them that a ninja who doesn't cherish his comrades is the worst kind of trash. Thus, Sakura smashed the iron bars with a punch, prepared to go with Naruto. Upon hearing this, Tsunade had Shikamaru lead a team to bring Naruto and Sakura back. Lee, although understanding of Naruto and Sakura's actions, followed orders, and they had to depart with Shikamaru. Meanwhile, after Gaara's delegation was attacked, the Kazekage started rushing to the front line as a battle between hidden villages was about to erupt. At this moment, Kakashi was nearly facing Haruko. Naruto wanted to catch up, but Shikamaru and the others arrived to stop him. Naruto, reluctant to strike his friends, wanted to persuade them. At this standoff, Haruko's subordinate appeared and broke the deadlock, summoning a two-headed serpent that split and attacked, entangling Shikamaru and Hinata among others. Luckily, Tenten used explosive ninja tools to rescue them. Tenten, Neji, and Lee intercepted the enemy, while Naruto and Sakura continued chasing Kakashi. They arrived at a large gate where they encountered another of Haruko's subordinates, but Hinata, Shino, and Kiba could handle her. Kiba used Niju Ninbu, transforming Akamaru into a human form, and together they launched Gatsuga. Though their attack was dodged by the opponent's puppet beast, Kiba's real aim was to open the gates. Naruto and Sakura took this opportunity to pass through, while Shino released his bugs, easily dealing with two puppet beasts. The opponent summoned new puppets, and she even merged with the puppet beast. Shikamaru still tried to persuade Naruto to abandon the mission when another of Haruko's subordinates arrived, mounted on a flying puppet, and launched an attack. But then a severe explosion produced a blinding white light, disrupting everyone's sight. It turned out Sai had arrived. He quickly took Naruto and Sakura and sped away, leaving the Inoshikacho team to restrain the enemy. Elsewhere, Neji used Daytime Tiger for defense, while Lee engaged in taijutsu for attack. However, the opponent was also very adept, not only agile, but also capable of fierce moves. Then Neji asked Lee to use Omote Karen on him, a combined attack where Lee wraps Neji with bandages and spins him, while Neji uses Izanagi, allowing them both offensive and defensive capabilities. This move descended from the sky and directly crushed the opponent. Meanwhile, Hinata and others were also entangling with the enemy, luring them into a ground trap designed by Shino. Watching the prey fall into the net, Shino immediately deployed the Kikaichi no Jutsu, and a swarm of bugs instantly covered her. On the Inoshikacho side, Akamichi used Baikano Jitsu, striking the opponent's flying puppet in one hit. Shikamaru followed with Kageshibari no Jutsu to control it, and Ino's Sinten no Jutsu made the enemy completely lose the ability to resist. Shikamaru wanted to interrogate for Kakashi's whereabouts, so he loosened the bindings, but unexpectedly, the enemy broke free from Ino's Sinten no Jutsu and took out a scroll to use Kuchiyose no Jutsu, summoning two companions. He cast Kidmaru no Jutsu on them, their bodies began to change, and the three merged into a fierce puppet beast. The puppet beast was formidable, first spraying fire at Shikamaru and others, then raising a storm to disrupt. As Shikamaru came to his senses, exploding feathers surrounded them. At this time, the situation between Kazekage and Konohagakure no Sato became increasingly tense, even reaching a standoff. Then, Jiraiya suddenly appeared. He threw out Gaara's sand, which automatically formed a ceasefire sign, temporarily easing the situation. Meanwhile, Gaara himself also went to stop Naruto. As Kazekage, he had his own responsibilities. Gaara propelled the sand towards Naruto's location, catching up with Naruto. He clarified his intentions and used flowing sand to strike them back. However, Naruto used Taju Kagabunsen no Jutsu in the air, continuously relaying and using clones to attract firepower. Naruto began to attack Gaara, but Gaara's automatic defense was nearly unsolvable, even able to sandify his body and take flight directly. As they fought and talked, Gaara bore the safety of the entire village. He also recognized Kakashi's self-sacrifice as a necessary means to save everyone, but Gaara's conversation technique could hardly surpass Naruto's. After Naruto leaped up and formed a Rasengan, he swiftly descended to attack Gaara. However, Gaara defended himself by turning into sand, and the Rasengan managed to break through Gaara's ultimate defense. Fortunately, Naruto stopped in time and did not harm Gaara. Already moving behind him, Naruto landed a punch on Gaara's face. At this time, other squads also met up with Shikamaru. Tenten threw out a chain that trapped an approaching puppet beast, while the others held it tightly. Neji suggested that Shikamaru leave alone, although Shikamaru insisted on Kakashi sacrificing himself to save the village. Even though it was a reluctant measure, the sacrifice of Kakashi was deemed necessary. Meanwhile, Naruto, Sakura, and others caught up with Kakashi. Naruto rushed to stop him, but Kakashi, under the influence of the puppet technique, ignored him. At the same time, Kakashi held Tsunade's jutsu formula, which was designed to activate at the moment the enemy attempted to steal Kakashi's Kekkei Genkai. Hiruko, who was waiting at his lair for the moment of the annular eclipse, had long ago marked Kakashi as the fifth bearer of the Kekkei Genkai. However, lacking the physical prowess of individuals like Jiraiya, Hiruko had begun researching various jutsu formulas to enhance his body, such as the Kid Maru no Jutsu. During the Third Ninja World War, Hiruko noticed that Kakashi had inherited Obito Uchiha's Sharingan and wanted to use the Kid Maru no Jutsu to devour the power of the Kekkei Genkai. Unfortunately, he was discovered by the Hokage and forced to flee, but now, with Kakashi coming to him, Naruto used clones to intercept, yet Hiruko defeated them with a single strike of storm release. Through the smoke, Naruto launched a Rasengan directly at Hiruko's face, but it was countered by Hiruko's so-called dark release. Sai descended from the sky, but his super beast imitating drawing was also absorbed by Hiruko. Sai struck down with a sword, but Hiruko, having mastered steel release, blocked it effortlessly. Sakura tried to overpower him with her strength, but Hiruko used swift release on the spot to quickly distance himself and then brutally attacked Sakura. Before Shikamaru and the others could react, Hiruko used dark release to blast them away, leaving them powerless on the ground. Given the circumstances, it seemed they could only rely on Kakashi's plan to self-destruct. Hiruko awaited the moment of the solar eclipse, while Naruto continued to talk, trying to persuade Shikamaru. His moving lips reminded Shikamaru of his deceased teacher Asuma. Naruto stepped forward determinedly but accidentally triggered a trap. At the critical moment, Shikamaru used Kage Shibari no Jutsu to form a protective shield around Naruto. After a violent explosion, the shield shattered, but Naruto was unharmed. At this point, there was no other option but to let Naruto try. As the sun was gradually obscured by the moon, collecting the necessary elements for Hiruko's ritual, the ninja with Kekkei Genkai were instantly devoured by him. Kakashi was successfully merged with him, but Naruto arrived just a step too late. The moon completely covered the sun, leaving only a ring of light visible. Hiruko laughed wildly, but his body began to mutate unexpectedly. It turned out that Kakashi's Sharingan had triggered Tsunade's jutsu formula. Inside Hiruko's body, he used Almighty Push. Hiruko twisted in agony. To stop all this, Naruto used Kagabunsen no Jutsu combined with Rasengan to forcibly bomb Hiruko's mutating body. When they managed to create an opening, Naruto rushed in and grabbed Kakashi, successfully pulling him out. After Kakashi awoke, Naruto presented the repaired bell, reaffirming his commitment never to abandon his comrades. Although Kakashi was touched, the fact that he survived meant Hiruko was also alive, and the annular solar eclipse had not yet concluded. Thus, the rescued Hiruko unleashed a powerful chakra, sending a massive red pillar of light skyward, instantly obliterating everything around, including reducing the castle to ruins. Hiruko used Kuchiyose no Jutsu to summon the puppet beast that had been restrained by chains. The puppet beast, now back on the battlefield, launched an even fiercer attack, forcing everyone to retreat. However, Shikamaru found an opportunity and used Kage Shibari no Jutsu to limit the puppet beast's movements. Sai followed up by using his super beast imitating drawing. Sakura then jumped onto one of the lions and used her immense strength to punch the ground, sending a powerful shockwave that spread all the way to the puppet beast. Meanwhile, Naruto and Kakashi faced Hiruko, who used his storm-released ninjutsu, causing chakra to surge around him and summon an endlessly growing rain cloud. As the rain cloud expanded, the puppet beast broke free from its restraints, nearly swallowing Shikamaru whole. Fortunately, the Konoha Gakure no Sado team arrived just in time. Akamichi took a pill that made his body grow gigantic, and he charged directly at the puppet beast. Hinata and Neji used their Rokuju Yonju to seal its pressure points, while Lee knocked the beast down with a leaf whirlwind, and Tenten attacked with twin rising dragons, filling the puppet beast with countless kunai tagged with exploding tags, which then exploded. On the other hand, Naruto used his Taju Kagabunsen no Jutsu to create multiple clones and formed numerous Rasengans. However, Hiruko, unfazed by the ninjutsu, performed hand seals, and with a burst of chakra, all the clones were dispelled. Hiruko then opened his mouth wide, sucking in the Rasengans one by one. He even redirected one of the Rasengans at Naruto. Kakashi burst through the smoke with his Raisetsu, but Hiruko easily absorbed it and released it back at him, forcing Kakashi to dodge continuously. Naruto once again charged with his Kagabunsen no Jutsu and Rasengan, but Hiruko dismissed the incoming clones with an enhanced Raisetsu. However, Naruto's true move, the Rasen Shuriken, blew away the dense rain cloud. Hiruko attempted to absorb this attack as well, but found he couldn't absorb Naruto's attack. The Rasen Shuriken hit Hiruko directly, his defenses unable to withstand the devastating power. As the rain cloud dispersed and the solar eclipse ended, Hiruko fell to the ground. Kakashi approached him, and Hiruko lamented his ultimate failure. Kakashi remarked that seeking power at the expense of companions was a flawed approach. As Hiruko lay defeated, he seemed to see his former comrades, recalling that his initial quest for strength was for his companions, yet in his pursuit, he had abandoned his bonds with them. With a mix of regret and relief, Hiruko faded away in Kakashi's arms. At this moment, Naruto was receiving cheers from his friends, and Gaara ordered the ninjas to retreat. Once again, the war stopped, and the young ninjas of Konohagakure no Sato reaffirmed the will of fire.